In a second, I am going to be in this room undertaking a real job interview. The hiring manager is going to ask me 17 difficult questions. These 17 questions come up during 95% of job interviews. Therefore, if you have an interview coming up soon for any role or company, make sure you watch this video. Okay, here I am in the interview, about to give some top scoring answers.
Welcome to the interview. Please, introduce yourself.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I have the skills and knowledge to match the job description. I am a fast worker, a great team worker, good communicator and decisive problem solver. After attaining my desired grades at college, I worked for several companies where I gained valuable experience working on teams, delivering on time-sensitive projects, helping the company launch new products, and delivering outstanding customer service. I am a high achiever. In my last job, I was praised for my attention to detail skills, how I quickly adapted to change, and how I helped train new team members. And if you hire me, I will make sure I quickly fit into your team, bring creative ideas to the company, and always take ownership of my professional development. And I look forward to sharing additional details in the interview regarding my suitability for this position.
Okay, why do you want this job?
I want this job because I am passionate about this industry, meaning I will get lots of job satisfaction in the role. My qualifications and knowledge are aligned with the position, and because the job is teamwork based, I will get to collaborate with other like-minded professionals who want to make a positive difference in their work. I also want this job because it is with your company. You have high standards, a positive workplace culture, and the people I have spoken to who already work here have said great things about the senior management team.
Next question. What are your strengths?
My strengths, I believe, will be perfect for this role and your company. My greatest strengths include problem solving, reliability, and cost consciousness. Whenever difficult problems arise, I will always take it upon myself to find a solution. My reliability means I will always complete my work on time and to the expected standard. And my cost-conscious work approach means I will always use company supplies and resources responsibly and find ways to make company systems and processes more efficient.
What relevant experience do you have for this role?
My experience is diverse. I have experience communicating with team members, stakeholders and customers, problem solving and working on projects with really tight deadlines. I also have experience analysing information and data to achieve better outcomes. And although I am not applying for a leadership position, I have experience taking the lead when things go wrong. For example, the company website went down in my last job and I took it upon myself to research the problem and get the website operating again quickly.
Okay, thank you. Tell me, what didn't you like about your last job?
There wasn't really much I disliked about my previous job. However, if I did have to choose something, it would be the fact that the company were not very proactive about taking advantage of opportunities in the industry. Whenever I presented new product and service ideas to my manager, he wasn't keen on taking them forward, which I felt was a missed opportunity.
What is your biggest weakness?
I would say my biggest weakness is delegating. I am not very good at delegating tasks to other people because I like to do things myself so they are completed to a high standard. However, I do understand that that is not conducive to effective team working, and I am forcing myself to delegate tasks to my team workers based on their strengths to improve work output.
How do you handle stress or pressure?
I handle stress and pressure by remaining calm and focusing on my responsibilities. I always prioritize tasks based on my team's objectives. So red tasks are urgent and require immediate attention. Blue tasks come second, and green tasks can be left for later in the working day. By organising my work efficiently, I am able to handle any stress or pressure that comes my way.
Tell me about a time where you disagreed with your boss.
In my previous job, a customer called the company to request a refund on a product they had ordered that they were not satisfied with. When I asked my manager for permission to give the refund, they refused. They stated that because the customer was outside of the refund policy date, they were not eligible. I disagreed with their decision. I calmly and professionally explained to my manager that the customer had been with the company for a long time and the cost of the refund was minimal. By refusing to give the customer a refund, they would likely take their business elsewhere and also leave a negative review online. After listening to my reasoned argument, my manager changed his mind and agreed to issue the refund.
Tell me, Richard, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
My long-term career goals are centred on working for your company. Therefore, in 5 years' time, I want to either be still working in this position with extra responsibility or have earned a promotion. In 5 years' time, I would have completed lots of training courses, have experience across different company departments to diversify my skills, and also be someone the company could use to help train new team members.
Tell me about a time where you had to adapt to a significant change.
In my previous role, a new and relatively inexperienced manager took over the running of our department. The new manager wanted to make some changes to our working practices. It was my responsibility to support the new manager, so I met up with them to obtain a brief, and I also asked them what I could do to help implement the change. I then went away, worked hard to support the new manager, and I encouraged other people in the team to do the same. By being supportive of the change, the team progressed, improved, and the company went on to achieve great success.
What is your greatest accomplishment?
My greatest accomplishment was in my previous position when the team I was a part of successfully launched a new company product. We got together as a team to brainstorm marketing ideas. I suggested we should launch the product online by targeting potential customers based on gender, age, and demographics. Other people in the team recommended we launch the product using affiliates and also offering a discount to our previous customers. By working together as a team and brainstorming different ideas, we were able to launch the product successfully, and we beat previous product launches by 17%.
Give an example of a time you went above and beyond.
In my previous job role, I often went above and beyond for the company. For example, it was late on a Friday afternoon when the company website crashed. I volunteered to stay behind late after work to resolve the issue. After investigating the problem for several hours, I was unable to find a solution. I then decided to hire an online contractor through the website Upwork.com who had the web development skills to resolve the issue. After answering several questions for them, they managed to find a solution to the problem and the website was back up and running again. I will always be flexible in my duties and do all I can to go above and beyond for your company.
How would you deal with a customer complaint?
I always follow 5 steps when dealing with a customer complaint. Step number 1, I will listen to the customer carefully and demonstrate active listening skills. Step number 2, I will ask the customer appropriate questions to clarify the problem. Step number 3, I will apologize to the customer if the company is at fault. Step number 4, I will then offer a viable solution to the complaint and confirm the customer is satisfied. And finally, step number 5, I will follow up with the customer several days later to ensure they are still happy.
Richard, describe a time when you failed and how you handled it.
When I started work in my previous job, I was given the responsibility of undertaking an internal training course. At the end of the course, there was an examination. Now, because I thought I knew everything, I failed to study properly for the exam and I ended up failing. As soon as I realised, I was humiliated. I apologised to my manager, explained why I had failed, and I then retook the exam after studying properly for it. I learned a lot about that experience, and since then I always prepare fully for every eventuality.
How do you handle feedback and criticism?
I view feedback and criticism as important parts of my continuous professional development. Therefore, I will always listen to any feedback or criticism that is on offer and take positive steps to improve. If I am always improving, then I will always be of value to my team.
Thank you. Next question. Why should we hire you?
You should hire me for several reasons. I am a great match for the job description. I have the skills and knowledge to come into the role and have an immediate impact. I am a quick learner and require minimal supervision in my work. You should also hire me because I can bring creative ideas to the team to help the company grow, and my cost consciousness means I will always work hard to save you money. Finally, you should hire me because I will always be a positive role model for the company and work hard to help increase sales.
Thank you, Richard. That's the end of your interview. Do you have any questions?
Thank you. I have just 3 questions I would like to ask, please. The first question is, what advice would you give to the successful candidate who wants to excel in their work for your company? The second question I would like to ask is, can you tell me more about the team I would be a part of in this role and their responsibilities? And question number 3 is, what are the next steps of the hiring process and when can I expect to hear from you? Okay, now the next thing to do, if you want to download those exact answers I gave in my interview, is to click that link right now in the top right-hand corner of the video. Head straight through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can instantly download those responses plus my brilliant job interview preparation pack. Here's what you get when you download the pack. So in addition to those answers, you will get my brilliant salary negotiation script. I teach you how to answer the question, what are your salary expectations, to get the highest salary possible. You will also get my 17 best questions to ask in an interview, my full body language techniques training. I teach you how to create a brilliant impression throughout your interview. You will also get my 30, 60 and 90-day plans for job interviews, my top 25 best words to say in an interview, and my interview closing statement. I teach you what to say at the end of your interview to close it professionally. And as if that wasn't enough, you will also get my ready-made CV and resume templates, plus an additional 50 brilliant answers to difficult but common interview questions. If you want all of this right now, click that link. Plus, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please give the video a like because that motivates me to create more great content for you. And don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. I have put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It is always an honor and an absolute pleasure to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you for watching and for supporting my YouTube channel. I wish you all the very best for passing your interview. Have a great day.